Hello students, in this video session I will be solving a numerical example for digital Chebyshev filter design using impulse invariant transformation. Okay, let us understand the example first. Design a digital Chebyshev type 1 filter with following specifications. The magnitude h of omega must be greater than or equal to 0.8, less than or equal to 1. For W greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 0.2 pi, and h of omega must be less than or equal to 0.2 for W greater than or equal to 0.65 up to pi. Use impulse invariant transformation with t equal to 1 second. Okay. Yes, from given data you have to identify. You can plot this also as well as write down it. Okay, WP is given as 0.2 pi, the passband edge frequency 0 to 0.2 pi, and KP whatever is given, it is 0.8. Please note it is 0.8. Similarly, WS is 0.6 pi. Both are in radians, obviously. Both are in radians. Now, KS value corresponding to WS is 0.2. Please note that this is not there in decibels. It should be there in decibels. Okay, those things we will be working out in the initial steps. Okay, but whenever an example is given, whether it is Butterworth or Chebyshev filter design, you should understand or recognize the data properly. If you are not recognizing the data properly, then you will go wrong in the further steps. Hence, KP and KS are given as 0.8 and 0.2, which is not in a correct format for which we can apply the formula. They are supposed to be there in decibels. We will do that in first step. Okay, let us go to initial step. Once the problem is given, try to understand the data first. Okay, continuing from our initial discussions, let us go ahead with the solution. Step 1 is initial step, where I will be transforming given WP or digital values, digital frequency values, into analog frequencies. Similarly, KP, KS, if they are not there in the proper fashion or proper way, I will convert them back into proper way. Okay? Because you are using impulse invariant transformation, omega p is equal to W by T is the formula, right? In bilinear transformation, 2 by T tan W by formula. Here omega is equal to W by T. Very simple, 0.2 pi by 1, and you got the answer as 0.2 pi. Similarly, omega s is 0.6 pi. Now here, importantly, KP and KS are given in, say, not given in decibels. They are given in magnitudes, 0.8 and 0.2. You need to convert them into decibels by applying 20 log formula. Hence, 20 log 0.8 is minus 1.938. Similarly, KS is 20 log 0.2, which is minus 13.979. Initial step answers I have bound here. This is my initial step answers. Omega p is 0.2 pi, corresponding KP is minus 1.938, omega s is 0.6 pi, KS value is minus 13.979. Okay. Step 2. What is step 2? Step 2 is corresponding to above values, you should design an analog filter. Yes, I have to design an analog Chebyshev filter. First step, there are 5 steps if you remember. First is to find the order of the filter. For that you have to find out delta, which is square root of 10 raised to minus 0.1 Ks. Okay, Ks minus 1. Ks value is minus 13.97. If you put these values and calculate with your calculator, you will get delta answer as 4.899. Similarly, epsilon value, which is square root of 10 raised to minus 0.1 Kp minus 1. If you apply these values, you will get epsilon value as 0.75. Okay. Now, the order of the filter, cos hyper inverse of delta by epsilon divided by cos hyper inverse of omega s divided by omega p. Please note that omega s divided by omega p. If you apply all this, you will get n value as 1.454, which you have to round it off to the next higher value 2. The n result answer is n equal to 2. Now what is the second step or second sub-step in main step 2, that is you have to find the pole position. For that you have to find an interim value of E, which is given by 1 by epsilon plus square root of 1 plus 1 by epsilon square, with epsilon found here as 0.75. E value comes out to be 3. Okay, E value comes out to be 3. You can apply R is equal to omega p by 2. Please note that this is a normalized filter, hence omega p value to be taken as 1. Very important, omega p value should be taken as 1. Okay, hence 1 by 2. If you do this, R value or the minor axis value comes out to be 0.5774. Similarly, the major axis R comes out to be 1.155. Please note that you should have a pole position with a elliptical shape. I have not done because of shortage of board here. You have to do that and show the pole position. And then theta k can be found by pi by n into k plus pi by 2n plus pi by 2, with k value 1 lesser than n, hence 0 and 1. Theta naught is 135 and theta 1 is 225. Then I will be just using a tabular form here so as to find the a and b values. Okay, and then I will be finding out the polynomial, which is s square plus 2as plus a square plus b square. A value is 0.4083, b value is 0.816. Because this is two poles, they are complex conjugate with each other, hence it is simply following s square plus 2as plus a square plus b square. A value is here. Now the third step is normalized filter h of s. How to give the normalized filter h of s? H of s is equal to kn divided by the polynomial which you have got from the table. Kn value you have to calculate depending on n is even or odd. It is not like Butterworth, where Butterworth it used to be 1 divided by. Here it is kn. Kn value can be given by b naught divided by square root of 1 plus epsilon square. Just apply the values. B naught value is 0.8326 divided by 1 plus epsilon. Epsilon value is 0.75. If you do, you will get the kn value as 0.666. Now h of s is obtained here, 0.666 divided by the complete value. The next step, fourth step, is to find critical frequency. In Chebyshev filter, you are not applying any formula, but critical frequency or cutoff frequency is taken as passband edge frequency only. Hence, it is simply 0.2 pi from the first step, 0.2 pi. Now, the fifth step is low pass filter to low pass filter transformation. That means you are designed a low pass filter with normalized frequency omega p equal to 1. Now you are transformed that into a frequency of 0.2 pi. Hence, instead of s in the previous step, whatever you got, no, this h of s, there you will be substituting instead of s by 0.2 pi. I am just done that. Let us see this answer. I will be writing it in the next step and moving into step 3, which is very important. Step 3 is converting the analog filter into digital filter using impulse invariant transformation. Hence, I am more interested in elaborating step 3 because these steps, step 1, step 2, pole positions, elliptical shape, writing now S0 and S1, finding out h of s, everything you have finished. Hence, I have not elaborated on this board because I want to save time and want to concentrate more on step 3, where step 3 is converting analog to digital using impulse invariant transformation. Let us move to step 3 now. Okay. Continuing from step 2, where at last point we had written this and transforming from low pass filter to low pass filter. Instead of s, I will be substituting s by 0.2 pi. Hence, when you are simplifying it, this 0.2 pi whole square goes to the numerator. Hence, the equation becomes 0.66 pi 0.2 pi whole square divided by this equation. You can simplify it. And the final h of s answer comes out to be 0.2629 divided by s square plus 0.5131 s plus 0.3287. Okay, this is my answer. This is analog filter transformation. Analog filter transformation. Okay, This analog filter transformation in step 3 I will be converting it into digital filter. Okay. What is step 3? Step 3 is all about h of s to be converted into h of z using impulse invariant transformation given t equal to 1 second. Okay, this is what is the information. Now once you have got h of s, I will be just writing down h of s again for the sake of understanding. 0.2629 whole divided by s square plus 0.5131s plus 0.3287, isn't it? Now this is h of s. I have to convert it into h of z using impulse invariant transformation. You already know that it is in the standard form b divided by s plus a whole square plus b square type. Okay, hence what I am doing is I am just writing down s square plus 2as plus a square plus b square type. Actually this is also equal to s plus a whole square plus b square. If you compare these two equations, 2a becomes equal to 0.5131 and a square plus b square comes out to be 0.3287, isn't it? This implies a becomes 0.5131 divided by 2. Hence equation for a is you will get 0.2566 and substitute the value of a here. You will get the value of b. B value comes up to be 0.5127. You can take your calculator and work out. Let us go to the next. Now you know that in impulse invariant transformation, h of s, suppose it is of the kind b divided by s plus a whole square plus b square, then this implies me that h of z must be equal to e raised to minus at z raised to minus 1 sin bt whole divided by 1 minus 2 e raised to minus at z raised to minus 1 cos bt plus e raised to minus 2 at z raised to minus 2. You have derived out this equation also. This is very important equation. Now I shall see this. Now whatever h of s is there now here, it is same as this. Only here a constant is there that may not be exactly equal to b. I have to convert it into b. Hence what I do is first I will write h of s. H of s I will write like this. How? What way I will write is, I will write s plus a. A is 0.2566. S plus a whole square plus b 0.5127 square. Now here again I will write b 0.5127 because I want it in the standard form like this, b divided by s plus a whole square plus b square. When b comes here, for original h of s it is not b but it is 0.2629. Hence to obtain 0.2629 I should have a multiplying factor here, right? I will see that multiplying factor by simply 0.2629 whatever originally was there divided by this b 0.5127 gives me 0.5127 again, 0.5127 again. Hence you can see that this equation originally, which was 0.2629 divided by s square plus 0.5131 s plus 0.3287, I have converted into 0.5127 multiplied by 0.5127 divided by. Now you can see that there is a standard formula hidden here. There is a standard formula hidden here, correct? What is that standard formula? Again b divided by this. Now what I do, I will just convert this above h of s into h of z. What I do is 0.5127 constant is there multiplied by completely, I will convert it into h of z by using this e raised to minus a. A is 0.2566 into T is 1, Z raised to minus 1. Sin B is 0.5127 into T is 1, whole divided by 1 minus 2 e raised to minus A 0.2566 into T, Z raised to minus 1, cos BT 0.5127 plus e raised to minus 2A. A is 0.2566, T 1, Z raised to minus 2. Now I have to do this. I have to simplify this. H of Z, I have again written 5127 into, you have to use the calculator. Shift ln minus 0.2566 is equal to 0.7736. 0.7736 into Z raised to minus 1. And next, whatever is there, no, I will write in sine. You see, already I have covered up in the previous sessions. I am already there in radians mode. Please note that if you are not there in radians mode, you move to radian mode and do that. Sine 0.5127 is equal to 0.4905. Okay, please note that this sign, whatever is there, no, it should be there in radian mode. Radian mode, that is very important. Whole divided by 1 minus 2 e raised to minus 0.2566. Already you got in the numerator. E raised to minus 0.2566 is 0.7736 into Z raised to minus 1 into cos 0.5126. I am already there in radian mode. Cos 0.5127 is equal to 0.8714 plus e raised to minus point, that means minus 2 into 0.2566 is equal to shift ln answer 0.5985 Z raised to minus 2. Hence I got all of the answers. You have to now multiply 0.5127 into 0.7736 into 0.4905. Okay, if you do all this, you will get, I will write the final step answer. This is simple multiplication with the calculator. 0.1946 Z raised to minus 1 whole divided by 1 minus 1.3484 Z raised to minus 1 plus 0.5985 Z raised to minus 2. This is what is my final H of Z answer. Okay, please note that I converted given HFS analog filter transfer function into corresponding digital filter transfer function H of Z using impulse invariant transformation with t equal to 1 second applied. Okay, what is very important here, I have used a formula b divided by s plus a whole square plus b square, which is converted into e raised to minus at z raised to minus 1 sin bt, this formula. Please note this constant conversion. Many students have gone wrong in the assignment given. Most of the students have gone wrong. 0.2629 is there, but I want not 0.2629, but instead of that I want a constant b there. That conversion becomes very important. If any doubts are there in this writing down HFS, rewriting of HFS, you can post it to me, your doubts, or you can contact me in this regard. Okay, I hope I have solved both Butterworth filter and Chebyshev filters using impulse invariant transformation. Try to log into your previous question papers, solve the questions, and if any doubts are there, you can contact me in that regard. Thank you. Okay.